627, 1320 WILS. Wow, this new book by a Secret Service agent, a former one, who worked with the Clintons, really, he's saying a lot of things about Bill and what he's up to. He called basically the marriage between the two of them a complete sham. To talk about how this might impact Hillary's run for president, we're joined by Debbie Georgatos, political strategist. Find her on Facebook at Ladies Let's Talk. That is her on Facebook, where you can check her out. Debbie, great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. I mean, this is an interesting story. This busty blonde woman they nicknamed Energizer that visited Bill. Well, what do you make of the story, first of all?
Actually, this gentleman who wrote the book, Kessler, This book came out a year ago in 2014. What just came out recently was a paperback and an epilogue. He added more to it. And this story was so believable, even when it first came out, that Bill Clinton, would wait at their home in Chappaqua for Hillary to leave, and they had Secret Service protecting her and him, and bring in this woman on a regular basis. So this is, it's almost, and sad to say, it's completely unsurprising. It's a kind of shocking. It's news.
Should voters care about this?
The reason I think that voters should care, I don't think we can tisk at him and his merits and indiscretions. On Hillary, who's running in the party to be president, when she claimed they're talking about a war on women, they're talking about the rape culture on campus. This is a woman who's not just stayed married to this serial philanderer and predator, whatever you want to call him, but she's really an enabler. She was part of the campaign after Monica Lewinsky and others. They were calling it the bimbo eruption thing. So I think her role in protecting him and shutting down the women who complained about his behavior, it does go to her character. Okay.
Do you think he's still doing this kind of thing now?
Oh, I think I've never talked to the guy in person, actually, but the people who watch him say, yes, he's a serial philanderer, and there are things worse in his history than just being a philanderer, just engaging in consensual extramarital arrangements. But he's really been accused several times of being violent towards women. And, I just think, the reason I think this might matter, there are voters or people in America who are eligible to vote in 2016 who were born in 1998. All of these stories that all of us in our 40s and 50s and 60s know these stories, but these young voters don't. And so
they miss out on the year-long Lewinsky reporting. In fact, we're going to have Ronald Kessler on next week, and he writes that quote, agents say that it's a business relationship the Clintons have. It's not a marriage at all. It's a total fake, like everything else about Hillary. It's just a big show and a scam. So how are they pulling this off? If this is really happening, how is the media not caught on to this?
I actually think plenty of people in the media, especially the Beltway media that followed them around during his presidency, they know it and they just don't really care. I think their marriage is very much a contractual deal. They both like the power they seem to have together. He's confirmed, many, many extramarital affairs. And in fact, in one particular case, the one with Paula Jones and her claim of sex harassment, he paid a settlement to $850,000. You don't pay that if you didn't do anything wrong.
Do you think the public has the stomach to go through another dive into Mr. Clinton's sexual life?
I actually don't. I think as I said at the start, honestly, Mike, I think that people have known this about him for years, and they aren't going to want to dive into details.
Tell me this, if she were to divorce him, do you think that would completely change her political prospects?
No, the problem with her is she's the one with no personality in the family. Bill is engaging. He always was the candidate. He liked talking to people. He normalizes her because she's very cold, aloof, arrogant, all the things these Secret Service agents describe. So she kind of benefits from his kind of genuine human warmth that she doesn't have. So I don't think she'd help herself.
Well, it doesn't sound like Mr. Kessler, the former Secret Service agent, really likes either of them. Do you think, though, when you see them, they do have a genuine love for each other or respect for each other?
I would like to say I simply can't tell. My guess is no. I think years ago they maybe fell in love, But in fact, there was a story that was I think she's acknowledged when they were engaged and going to be married, he had a fling and she found out. And so early on, she knew what kind of guy he was. Yeah. And I think over the years, he gets power. He's more charismatic. She's got her left-wing agenda going, and they enable each other.
Yeah. Does she hate his guts, you think?
Well, she wouldn't tell anybody if she did. I think she's probably mad because he's embarrassing her. And even after Monica Lewinsky, that was when she came out and said, this is a vast right-wing conspiracy, and it turned out to be true. I think he's embarrassed her a lot, but I don't think at a personal level it hurts her feelings that he cheats on her. I think it's a contract, like Mr. Kessler's writing.
Yeah, but although he did have that heart scare, he looks like he's been a bit subdued since then. Do you think he's maybe changed a little bit, or?
Well, I don't know how recent the story of the Energizer Bunny woman visiting his home is, but this book just came out last year, and as I say, the supplement was put out just this week. So he may slow down, but I don't think he's become a loyal husband.
Well, this woman called Energizer, she's just a friend of his. What do you think of that?
Yeah, well, I think the visits, the timing, why he always hides it from Hillary, they make it very unlikely they're just pals.
Wow. Well, I guess we'll see if this breaks. I mean, I'm trying to imagine going back into some kind of Lewinsky mode. That just went on and on. Did you think they made a little too much of that, or?
I actually do. I think that people, the Lewinsky thing was dishonesty and all of that. Yeah. But I think that for conservative voters, they have, generally speaking, a higher standard. A lot of them are Christian voters, and they have a higher expectation about behavior. But for people who love Hillary, and even the generation who aren't her generation, they've known about Bill for years, that he's an adulterer, they just don't care. And this story isn't going to impact them at all. The big question is, are the young voters, new voters, who hear all this for the first time and say, wait a minute, you're the party talking about the rape culture on campus and the party of war on women, and complains that the conservatives have a war on women. Right. And Hillary, is engaging and helping him suppress these women, shut them up, and her bimbo eruption thing was very harsh toward these women, telling me, you're going to shut up and not talk about this.
Well, we'll see if this gets any legs. Debbie Georgatos, political strategist. Check her out on Facebook. Ladies, Can We Talk? Ladies, Can We Talk? That's on Facebook. Debbie, thank you.
Thank you. Have a great evening.
Yep.